king's bondage, which is Egypt. However, is it telling you the whole story of verse 68? No. This only proves who the people are, that the blacks are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. This is the only thing that it actually proves. But we are a stiff-necked, hard-headed, defiant people. And we're going to learn many things with inside this very scripture, exactly what is going on. And we need to understand exactly why 2868 is there. So, welcome to King James Bible University. I'm Elder Michael Johnson with the Lost Secret Shipwreck is Real. We're going to dive into this study. We're going to get the meaning of what the Most High is telling us and saying to us when we go within these scriptures, because we need to understand what the precepts are of scripture to where we can understand what he's saying, because he speaks in a celestial language. And you always have to remember, you're not Moses. This is something that I always kind of start pounding into people, because everybody think that they can just read the Bible for what it's saying, and they think they're Moses. And he said he would never speak to us as he spoke to Moses. So if we're going to speak to us, we have to understand what his precepts are to be able to precept the Bible, to know exactly what he was saying to us all the time. Because he spoke only to Moses face to face. He didn't speak to us like that. And don't speak like that to us today. This is why we have so many problems. So we need to understand the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Really? How he's going to do it. And why he did it. Let's look at this. Deuteronomy 28:15, it says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy God, to observe to do all his commandments, to do all his commandments and his statute, which I command thee this day, that all these curses should come upon thee and overtake thee. Do we understand what this is saying? See, because everything that the Most High has spoken in this entire chapter, in chapter 28, in the commandments and what we must be doing, and he spoke about blessings and curses in 27 and in 28. However, again, as I said, we must remember who we are. We're a stiff-necked people. Many of us will not even today will listen to the voice of the Most High God of Israel. We are not going to observe his commandments, including his statutes, because we believe we can do anything we want on our own, period. So the Most High made a caveat in this covenant. It's a caveat sitting in this covenant, meaning a curse section, which you can read and it's clear in the same chapter, and it's not even hidden from you. Things that will happen if you do not honor the covenant that we made with him. And this caveat is for the everlasting covenant that is within the covenant. See, everyone wants the benefits, but no one wants the curses. I'll say this again, because this is our problem. Everyone wants the benefits, but no one wants the curses. They want the good, but not the bad. See, it's like you like to get a bag of M&Ms. You get the bag of M&Ms, and the first thing you want to do, that most people want to do, you want to pick out the favorite ones that you like, and you want to leave the ones you dislike in the bag. Well, the Bible is not a bag of M&Ms. The bag in this book is not Burger King where you can have it your way. See, if you want the benefits, you have to accept the consequences of the curses if you don't do them. See, it's a joint package. You can't split it up. So guess what? We didn't listen. And clearly, in the midst in the outcome of spoken to us. This is our problem. This is what we're going to go through. This is why we in the predicament we're in, and we want to put it on everything else but us, ourselves, even as individuals. See, everybody wants these sugar-coated, easy messages and put everything on everybody else but who the problem is with and who caused the problem. See, we're going to look at something. See, Deuteronomy 28:68, you don't see in there where it said anything about another nation. See, but we're quick to put it on a white man. See, this is what we're quick to do. We put it on everybody else except us. See, we want to sit there and we want to take this and we want to sit there and say, see, this is what they have done to us. And it don't even say that there. See, it says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way thereof I spake unto thee, and thou shalt see it no more again. It don't say what we were doing with other nations. It's talking about you being stiff-necked, hard-headed, defiant. So the Lord shall bring you into Egypt into bondage again with ships. By the way thereof I spake unto thee, and thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man should buy you. Oh yeah. See, the Most High God of Israel, see, he shall, got to understand that, he shall, shall. See, the Lord shall. Do you know what that means in this? See, it means that he must. Oh, yeah. See, he shall. See, shall. He must bring you into bondage again. The word shall is used in context to express the command of a law and regulations that direct and express what is mandatory, something that's like to happen in the future, and something that cannot be broken because it has to be followed. This is the problem. We like to sit there and you have people want to run to preachers and teachers and do all these things, and they don't even understand the actual etymology of words. But they want to tell you all this other stuff, all this fluff, all this nonsense. And it's telling you the Most High going to bring you into Egypt again. He's going to bring you back into bondage, expressing an end of the determination, meaning this. He should bring you into Egypt again, not speaking in a reference to Israel as a whole. We will see this too. However, many of us will not see a Jerusalem ever again. Ever. Ever. Meaning what? Not in this life or the life to come. See, we are sold into bondage to our enemies for slave men and for slave women. Do one of you really know what soul mean? Do you know what sold? SOLD. Do you know what that means? See, we have to stop playing these little games with our minds, and we want to sit there and you want to run to these preachers where they want to sit there and break down everything else. But do you know what soul mean? It means to deliver or to give up in a violation of a duty, a trust, or a loyalty, and especially for personal gain. Yes. See, that's what soul means. But they like to tell you everything else. Oh, you're going to be sold to your enemies. No. What soul mean? He had to deliver or give up for a violation that you done. Yeah. It's getting a little bit closer now. See, it had to be given up. See, and we're taking the benefits and we call ourselves going to leave the curses on the table. We thought. See, we violated the covenant and sold our blessings to Satan. See, it's clear in scripture, one thought we had the bag of M&Ms, picking out the good and leaving the ones we unwanted, we left them on the table. See, that's not true. See, one, you, not the Most High God. You, not the Most High God. You, not the Most High God. Sold yourselves into bondage, not him. Let's say this again. You, not the Most High God. You. Take you out, put yourself there. This is what you did. Don't put it on nobody. You, not him, sold yourself into bondage. The Most High had to give you up to Satan for payment. See, sin is not owned by the Most High God of Israel. Sin is owned by Satan. This is what we miss. See, the Most High had to turn us back into bondage, not one, but a whole shiploads, and by the shiploads. See, he's the safety net that was keeping us in this covenant, and this is our righteousness. However, we sold ourselves into bondage, then complained, even being in bondage, thinking we were the only ones on earth to be slaves. Even Jeremiah thought the same thing. Do you understand how silly this is? Do you understand how silly we are? In believing in he did something by choice and we made the decision ourselves. See, many people sitting there gonna blame it on something else and not blame it on yourself. See, Jeremiah, he said, for my people have committed two evils. Two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, which we did, and hewn them out cisterns and broken cisterns and hold no water. Meaning what? We're a vessel and can't hold no knowledge. We committed two evils. How? People forsaking the Most High God, fountain of water. We don't even want his knowledge. So we sold our right and living in peace with the Most High God and put it in a cistern and broken them all together. Now we can't hold no water. We can't hold 2 ounces of water. Can't hold 2 ounces of knowledge. We can't hold nothing in our mind. In our own vessel. Meaning what? Then we think the Most High have done us wrong. And then we believe that we was only created to be slaves. Can you believe? See, and it says, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Excuse me. Why are you spoiled? Why are we as a whole spoiled? See, we always want to sugarcoat everything and we want to sit out there, who we are, and try to hold ourselves at this level of who we are and not recognizing we have a problem because he has a problem with what we're doing and we're not trying to correct it. So Jeremiah asking the same thing. Is he a homeborn slave? If he's born just to be a slave? See, this is not a stupid question to the Most High. See, he's saying, why are we spoiled? Is that a stupid question to the Most High? Is he a homeborn slave? Is this a stupid question to the Most High? Yes. Did not he tell you in Deuteronomy what was going to happen? We're to blame for what happened, and then we're going to ask him, are we a homeborn slave? You don't think this is stupid? Here's what, look at this again. Deuteronomy 28:15, it shall come to pass if providing you will not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy God to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall overtake thee. This is in the law. And then you're going to ask him, is Israel a homeborn slave? And he's telling you right here what's going to happen? Are you serious? From this verse right here down, he tells us what's going to happen if we don't keep the covenant that was made. And he said, and what you going to do? You going to get a bag of M&Ms and you're going to pick out what you want and the ones you don't want? This is not a wise thing in doing this. This is not a wise thing on how they sitting there and they are taking the Bible and done the exact same thing, and you go into church and this is what they're doing. They have went into church and they sitting there saying, we don't like this, so we all under grace. We done picked out all the M&Ms and we got all the good stuff, and guess what? We left the bad stuff out there. So now we completely under grace. You got a bag of M&Ms and going to be a fool and going to travel right where he's going down. He clearly told us what's going to happen in the covenant, and never thought, many people never thought, as what we're going to continually go down to, that this had a spiritual side to it. We're going to teach this today. We're going to learn this today. We're going to learn this one today. See, today, we ain't going to have no excuses. See, today, we ain't going to be turning back again. See, today, we're going to get this bondage to understanding, completely understanding. We're going to get this and we're going to understand what's happening to where we going to be clearly making choices and going to hell or going to heaven. We're going to clearly be able to make a choice on what you're going to do. See, because you sold yourself into sin as I did, as everyone else did. So don't sit there and tell me that you did not sell yourself into sin, because if you have sinned, then guess what? You violated Most High God's laws. So anybody tell you they walking around perfect, they're a liar. How you walked around perfect and then you never came to the knowledge of God? So what do we do? This is why he did this. And Yahweh shall bring thee into bondage again with ships, by the boatloads, with ships. You see, that is plainly plural, not singular, plural. He gonna bring us back in ships by the boatloads. By the boatloads. And we should not, by the way thereof shall speak unto thee, and thou shalt see it no more again. You ain't gonna see Jerusalem no more, and some of them gonna never see it again. And there you should be sold to your enemies for bond men and bond women, and no man should buy you, because can't no man buy you out of this spiritual bondage. How a man gonna get you out of a spiritual bondage? See, with ships, this time Satan. See, Satan has ships too. See, but the Most High still has one ship. Satan has many ships. See, that's why he said he's going to go back into bondage again with ships. See, he should bring you into Egypt again with ships, because you're going to go by the boatloads. See, but the Most High has one ship. And you had that choice. And you have a choice. And if that choice is wrong, guess what? You're going to have a problem. And if you have a problem, we need to endure, and we got to go through some storms, and we have to wait till he picks us up. So when we go wrong, we have to understand what we're doing. And once we get that right, then guess what? We'll sit there and we're going to endure a lot of things. And he said, and we must endure. And once we continually endure this, guess what? We can wait for that one ship. See, once we get the understanding of what that one ship was going on, we're going to continually go down because Satan got many ships. Satan got ships on every corner. See, and he waiting, and then the Most High God has one ship, and that one ship has eternal life. That eternal life meaning this. See, you also have people who taught Noah. See, people teaches on Noah, and guess what? They teach Noah completely false. Completely false. And guess what? And they cannot even teach the deeper side of Jonah, because they don't know what Jonah is talking about. And yet many people telling you they're completely wise, telling you what the Most High told them. Oh, we're gonna tell you what, they get up there and they preach to you. The Most High told me to tell you this. Are you serious? I can tell you the Most High telling you this because guess what? I'm repeating his words. You see it right there. He gonna bring your butt right back into Egypt again with a boatload of ships. How do I know this? He's saying it right here in Deuteronomy 28:68. You going back into bondage again with a bunch of ships. Right there. See, and Jonah called himself doing something. Excuse me. Jonah called himself doing something, and he wasn't doing anything. See, so what did Jonah do? See, Jonah got on the wrong ship. Think he didn't? Oh yeah, Jonah got on the wrong ship. But we're gonna take care of this. See, the Most High tells you something, don't touch his anointing. He means what he says. So if he tells you don't touch his anointing and he still gonna get on that wrong ship, the Most High gonna deal with that ship, because he already told you don't deal with this person. And don't you do that person no harm. The Most High plot is not playing with nobody. See, but Jonah was going to roll another way. See, because Jonah didn't want to do something. So Jonah going to go jump on another ship. We're going to look at this and get some understanding to where we can go, and we're going to go into some deeper water. So let's look at this. Let's go to Jonah. It says, but Jonah rose up to flee unto Tarshish from the presence of Yahweh and went down to Joppa and found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare thereof and went down in it, and to go with them to Tarshish from the presence of Yahweh. How stupid is that? From the presence, he thinking he's gonna go from the presence of Yahweh. See, but that's what it's written. Because it's written on what we thinking. See, Jonah rose up, calling himself hiding from the Most High. He's gonna roll to Tarshish. So he paid to get on the ship, as many of us pay weekly to stay on these false ships on every street corner. Oh, I didn't know they go the same way. Yeah, same thing. See, the same way Jonah paid on this false ship, the same way you have people gonna go in churches tomorrow gonna pay to stay in that ship. I know somebody that went over some people head. Let's say this again. The same thing Jonah paid the fare thereof and went down into the ship. The same thing many people gonna go into churches tomorrow, many going into churches today, and they're gonna pay a fare to stay on that ship. Are you with me? But it gets better. Let's look at a little bit more of this. But Yahweh sent a great wind. He sent a great spirit into the sea. And there was a mighty tempest in the sea, so that the ship was like to be broken. It was like, he gonna make it like I'm gonna tear this ship down. You got something in there that don't supposed to be in there. So what happened? See, that great spirit went into the sea. See, and what did Jonah do? See, Jonah already know who his heavenly Father is. So the same as what y'all do, y'all go wake up your child, go wake him up. You gotta really push him and try to get him up. See, this is how Jonah was. Jonah was cool. See, so Jonah was like the child. You had to go get him up. Knowing a few things. He was safe. Not worried about nothing. So was Jonah. However, this wasn't the same for them other ones. See, because when you get down more, it says, then the mariners was afraid and cried every man unto his God and cast forth the wares that was in the ship into the sea to just lighten them of it. See, they going to get rid of everything to try to save themselves, because this sea is not playing. He sent that spirit into that sea. That sea is not playing. But Jonah was going down into the sides of the ship, and he lay and was fast asleep. He in there counting sheep. They up there catching hell. Jonah's down in the ship, sleep. He know the Most High warning, shaking him. Jonah cool. They don't know if they're gonna live the next 10 seconds. So they came and they woke Jonah up and asked him, who's carving this is the evil upon them? Listen to Jonah real carefully. Listen to Jonah real carefully. Jump down to verse 7, and it says, to every one of his fellows, come, let us cast lots that we may know of this cause this evil is upon us. So they cast lots, and the lot fell upon Jonah. The lot fell upon Jonah. Excuse me. So what happened? See, and the only reason I laugh because this is actually kind of funny on what happened. See, it fell upon Jonah because it's letting you know it's Jonah. But it goes on more. Then they said unto him, tell us. Same thing. We're going to bring this up to 2018. Hey, homeboy, tell me something. We pray thee, for whose cause this evil upon us? They're going to ask Jonah, man, if you go out to the middle of the ocean in a cruise liner that has thousands of people on it, they cast light, they fall upon you, and you're going to have some men come to you. Let me ask you something. What this evil? Why is this sea acting like this? You getting my point? Okay, let's move on. Let's move. It said, what is thy occupation? And which comest thou? What is thy country? And of what people art thou? You think they ain't asking questions about Jonah? They want to know, what is your occupation? In fact, where you come from, what country, and who people you belong to, man. They're asking Jonah some questions. And Jonah answered them. Listen real carefully. And he said unto them, I'm a Hebrew. Problem one. I'm a Hebrew. Wait a minute. I'm a man, and you gonna tell me you a Hebrew? And I fear Yahweh. Wait a minute. Don't you know I know about Egypt? And you gonna tell me you know Yahweh? You don't think they didn't get hot right there? The God of heaven. Wait a minute. We know this, which have made the sea and the dry land. You don't think that got them upset? The first problem, he's a Hebrew. He feared the Most High God, Yahweh of heaven, and he made all this, including the sea and the dry land. This is what you guys' problem is, and they knew it. My Father in heaven, knowing I'm on the wrong ship. This is why it's kind of funny, because they knew this. Once he said, I'm a Hebrew, wait a minute. wait a minute. This is what's going on here. But watch, it gets a little bit better. Let's drop down to verse 10. And then it says, then were the men exceedingly afraid. Why? Because they knew what was going down. And they said unto him, understand how they know when he just said those few things, what they say to him. Why hast thou done this? They telling Jonah this. Dude, why did you get on our boat? Why? Out of any boat you're going to get on, why did you get on our boat? For the man knew he fled from the presence of Yahweh because he told them. See, because now they know. You don't think these guys got hot? But it gets better. See, because now they really afraid. Because they know Yahweh's hot. But let's drop down to verse 11. And then said unto him, we should do unto thee. What shall we do unto thee? They don't even know what to do. Asking, what can we do to calm this down? Because he's hot. That the sea may be calm unto us. For the sea wroth and was tempestuous. So they knew it was a problem. And he was it. They got an anointed in the ship that shouldn't be in the ship. Verse 12. And he said unto them, take me up, cast me forth into the sea. So shall the sea be calm unto you, for I know that for my sake this great tempest is upon you. The Most High gonna tear this ship apart. But you give me back to him, he gonna be cool. He gonna prepare something for me to where I can go on and roll back to shore. See, you give me up and he'll be cool. If not, he gonna continue to trip hard. However, if you continue without throwing me over, the Most High gonna continue to pour his anger upon this, and you guys gonna have a more serious problem. But watch how he does this. Watch how he plays this out. Drop down to 14. Wherefore they cried unto to Yahweh and said, we beseech thee, O Lord. Oh, really? We beseech thee, O Lord. We acknowledge you. We acknowledge you, my man. We acknowledge you, Most High. We acknowledge you, Yahweh. We acknowledge you. Let us not perish for this man's life. We didn't know. Lay not upon innocent blood, upon us innocent blood. For thou, O Lord, hast done it to please thee. See, has done as comparing it please thee. See, Most High, Yahweh, whatever you want to, we didn't know. But please don't take us, because we didn't know. So what they do? So they took up Jonah, cast him forth into the sea, and the sea ceased from her rage. So her is that spirit from the rage. He wasn't supposed to be in that ship. He was in the wrong ship. You get in the wrong ship, the Most High ain't playing. So what happened? Then the men feared Yahweh exceedingly and offered a sacrifice unto Yahweh and made vows. Now you tell me they wasn't scared. First they were praying to any kind of God. Now they're gonna sit there and they're gonna offer something to him, and then they made vows. See, I bet they checked with everyone in the ship then. After that, I guarantee you, when they got ready to go somewhere and somebody get ready to get on this ship, I guarantee you they want to know, who are you? Are you a Hebrew? Hey, you want to ride with? You a Hebrew? Who is your God? Well, I guarantee that was law for them from that point out. That vow, I guarantee that was in there. We ain't rolling with no more of your people. See, and what we got to understand is what happened. See, God created the land in the sea, and they answered, yes. I bet they couldn't get on it. That's all they had to say. They Most High, he the one did this. Oh, you ain't getting no, dude. You ain't getting on my ship. You ain't getting on my ship. That's all he was saying. But let's look at Baruch. Baruch 3:10, it says, how happened it, Israel, that thou art thy enemies' land, that thou art waxing old in a strange country, that thou art defiled with the dead. See what happened? Because we didn't, just as Jonah is not doing what we're supposed to do. See, this is speaking. So we seeking and will forsaken the Most High God. He's clearly told us what we need to do, or he's going to send us back into bondage, because he has to pay the price on what bondage payment is. So we're in the land of our enemy. We're in a strange country and defiled with the dead. Dead people who are not saved. So if they're not saved, they technically, you dealing with dead people. This is what is happening now. Verse 11, it goes on. Thou art counted among them that go down into the grave. So we counted among them. So many of us are going to be counted among them and going to go down to the grave, meaning what? We're going to go into eternal death with our enemies of the Most High God of Israel. This is what's going to happen. We're going to go down into the grave because we want to hold on to these heathenistic ways, all because we sat there and thou hast forsaken the fountain of wisdom. Are you with me? See, we've forsaken the spirit of wisdom. We have taken things and we have used worldly wisdom, and it's nothing but the wisdom of Satan, and the wisdom of Satan is the devil, and was to keep the covenant with the Most High, and we done switched this and put it with him. So the first thing we do, we try to make the Most High God accept them too. See, this is one of our biggest problems. We want them to accept them too. And we have a problem. He's going to chastise us, but we're going to make him accept them. So when we need to be worried about yourself and your brothers, but you're going to be worried about everybody else. See, we have many people who sit there and tell you the same thing. Hey, the Most High can't be meaning that. It's everybody. Really? See, this is what you got to really understand. See, but with them, it's not about them. But you're worried about them in the life you wait. So you'll get off his ship and get on Satan's ship. Are you with me? See, we done got off of the Most High ship and we done got on Satan's ship. Because we want everybody included. So we need to be worried about yourself. We need to be worried about your brothers. This is our problem. And so we've forsaken the wisdom that he has given us. For if thou hast walked in the way of God, thou shouldst have dwelled in the place in peace forever. See, as I said, we want to sit there and we want to dwell in the land of our forefathers, in the land where his name is, and his name dwells in Jerusalem, and we could have been dwelling in peace. But what we keep doing, we keep going into a bag of M&Ms, and what we want to do, we want to pick out all this bad, and we're going to keep the ones that's good. This is what we're doing. These are things that we want to continually do. And we want to choose the lust that is full of sin. So this just provokes him, the Most High, every time. See, and here's another way we think, and this is the biggest problem. We think he needs us. See, we think he needs us. Many people will sit there, will stand in the mirror and look at themselves and say, look at me. The Most High needs me. He needs me this way. But Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. Thou art waxed fat that are grown thick. Thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook Yahweh, which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation. Are you serious? See, Jeshurun, excuse me, is a poetic reference of Israel. Just another way of speaking of Israel, his chosen people. See, it's the same as you would call your son and daughter by another name in a loving way. So here it says Jeshurun is used for Israel and Jacob. And just to show you the point and prove the point, we're going to look at a precept and understand what he's saying. Let's look at this. Isaiah 44:1, it says, Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant. O Jacob, my servant in Israel. Jacob, my servant in Israel, whom I have chosen. See, he had chosen Jacob as his bride, and we are Israelites, and we are the children from the bride. I know that went over a lot of heads, but that's the order. And this is what happened. Then, thus said Yahweh, that had made thee, and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jeshurun, whom I have chosen. Are you with me? It's just a loving name. This is what we have to understand. See, he formed us from the dust of the ground and in the womb of the earth. O Jacob, the servant, Jeshurun, in a loving manner, whom he has chosen. Just another poetic way of saying Jacob. Just another poetic way of saying Israel. So when we go back and we look at this, he says, but Jeshurun waxed fat. We done got big-headed and kicked. Thou art waxed fat, and thou art grown thick. Thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook Yahweh, which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of salvation. This is what we have done. See, we had gotten beside ourselves. We got big-headed. And we forsook the God of Israel, and this is what we do. We got people who even do that today and all kind of stuff. And what we do, we like to sit there and we like to go into places, and the same thing we do. We'll see people even go play sports, and guess what they do? They say, I'm a God. I'm needed. Are you serious? He goes on deeper. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. Because now you want to even put, let me draw a God on my arm. This is the God I worship. With abominations provoke they him to anger. See, doing just what he said not to do, worshiping strange gods. We have people today continually to wear crosses, continually to wear stupid Jesus heads, and strange things, professing them as God. 3-in-1 God. Trinities. See, this is what we do. They have told us about their idol gods, and you have taken on those idol gods. It goes on more. They sacrifice unto the devil, not to Yahweh. The gods whom they know not. The new gods which came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. You don't fear no little stupid little white blue-eyed man. They ain't never even seen it. And people bowing down to this. You got these Vishnus with 15 arms. They worship it. You name it, they worship it. Horses and cows and rats. This is what we do. Sacrificing to Satan and not to the Most High. Why? Because we big-headed. We think we can even create our own gods with our own work of our own hands. Then we start serving them as if they were gods that were made of our hands. This is the problem. Baruch 121. Nevertheless, we have not hearkened unto the voice of Yahweh our God. We still don't listen. We have not listened because why? Because we want to be ignorant to the truth. According to all the words of the prophets, according to all the words of the prophets, according to all the words of the prophets whom he sent unto us. See, the Most High God of Israel speaks through his prophets, uses their vessels as his mouthpiece. He sent them to you to follow the words that he has spoken. Whoever continue to follow his heart. Because you have some that's out there that's doing it completely incorrectly, but you want to believe that they teaching you correctly and they doing everything opposite of God, which is directly in your Bible, and you foolish enough to still follow it. This is what we do. But every man followed the imagination of his own wicked heart and served strange gods to do evil in the sight of Yahweh our God. This is what we do. He said everything in the earth is his, and you let people tell you to give them money to move this gospel around the world, and you'll give it. And you going to call him a fool? He following the own imagination of his heart because he want different things, serving idols and not the Most High God. He clearly told us in the scriptures and by the mouth of his prophets. He said this clear: thou shalt have no other gods before me. He ain't never asked you. He said to obey my voice. They telling you to obey your pocketbook to give it to him. See, have no other gods before him. These are created idols, nothing more to make themselves God, and call him and cause them to jealousy. Worshiping idols and doing such things that lead you to believe that you'll live forever, eating special foods no matter what, and you will all die at the end. See, either you're going to die either age or by something else. But we are worshiping other guys thinking he's going to give us knowledge to live forever. This is foolishness. Foolishness. This is what we do. He goes down more. Thou shalt worship no other God, for the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. His is a jealous God, and not to have no other God before him. That is wickedness and sinful. Not only that, we did more. Not only that, we did more. Not only that, we changed God for little gods because of our lust, meaning we even did other things, and he clearly telling us what not to do. It's in the law, but guess what? He can't be like that. He's an unjust God. He's this, he's that. He can't do this. Why? I'm going to get off this ship, and I got to go get on another ship. Why? Because I'm going to tell you what? I want to marry another nation. She looks good to me. He looks good to me. This is what our women and our men do. I'm going to marry another nation. And it'd be wrong for God not to accept it. And then you'll say God is wrong for making these statements. Really? He clearly told you in the book of the law what not to do. But what happened? Let's look at this. Deuteronomy 7:3. Neither shall thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give to his son, nor his daughters shalt thou take unto thy son. Really? Neither shall you make marriages with these nations. Why? And I'm going to show you why. 7:4. Thou would turn away thy son from following me, that thou may serve other gods. How? Oh, honey, we can eat this. Oh, we can do that. Little silhouettes. And he clearly telling you in his word what not to do. Don't marry outside my nation. Don't marry outside my nation. That's what he meant. Oh no, God is unjust for doing that. Oh, now the clay gonna tell the potter how to shape him. Are you serious? So will the anger of Yahweh be kindled against you and destroy you thee suddenly? See, these are things we have done. See, we sit there and say that he's wrong. So we can eat unclean things. We can worship him on Sundays. We can change the Sabbath day to whatever days we choose. He can remove Israel, and now he has brought in spiritual Israel, and the real Jews are in the land. And he said, and he'll bring us back into the land, but not by a man. You got Jewish people over there now. Jewish, ISH. These people have a characteristic of acting like a Jew. And not only that, you want to sit there and say, we under grace. We no longer under the law. It has 12 gates. Don't mean nothing anymore. This is just a symbol of the gates now. And the same people that's ruling in this world, we're also going to rule in this world, in the world to come. And just as it is evil today, they want to bring evil in the world to come. Are you serious? See, you had the same people want to sit there and the Bible tells you that he created us in his image. We are in his exact replica. So when you look in the mirror, you looking at the Most High God. When you following his law, he puts his image inside you, and that's his spirit that's riding inside you. And as that's riding inside you, and what they do, they take his people that look like him and put them and hang them on a tree. Are you serious? And they in his image. And they're going to tell you they love God. No, they love their God, but the God that you see in the Bible, they hate. So what they did, they made him look like them. Blind, blue-eyed. And that's the one you want to worship. He looks like the God of the Gentiles. The God of Israel, he put his image on all his people. And he's not going to change nothing. They want to say who you are and who you not are. Why are you worried about who they say you are and who you not are? Why are you worried about them? You worry about what the Bible says. You worry about what your Heavenly Father said. Don't worry about what somebody else telling you. Taking you off, getting you on another ship and put you up on another ship. What the Bible says is all that matters. All the proof is inside the book. Why listen to another giving you some theology, which is not the truth? And then you have some that will sit there, would give you one verse and tell you 30 minutes to try to give you favor to them and thinking they're going to give you something that means something that don't mean anything, but trying to prove a point and make you believe that this white, blue-eyed devil is God. They take a cross, they take a fish, they take the Star of David, they put a man in a robe, they put a man in a collar around his neck, they say the Pope, the pastor, you name it, they do it. People outside Israel teaching you scriptures is complete nonsense. And here's why. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Do it say he showed his word unto all people? he showed his word unto Jacob, his statute and his judgments to Israel. This is all singular. All singular. All singular. But watch this. He have not dealt so with any nation. So as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh. So you tell me, no other nation know nothing about what's in this book. And they're going to sit there and say, oh yeah, we can learn about your book. And I'll tell you you're a liar. The reason how I know you're lying, let's look at this and we're going to deal with that. Jeremiah 31:33, it says, but this shall be the covenant I shall make with them. I will put with the house of Israel. After those days, saith Yahweh, I will put my law on their inward parts and write it upon their hearts. And I will be their God and they shall be my people. This is why I can call them a liar. This is what he did. This is what they dislike. This is why they don't want to teach that. This is why they don't want you to look at that. This is why they don't want you to see it that way. This is why they sit there and they make their own God. This is how they get you off their boat and go get on their boat. And you got to go back into bondage. You'll be sold back in bondage. Why? Because this is the God of Israel on what he's saying, including he got to send you back into Egypt because why? We were being punished for breaking the covenant which was made with him. Are we understanding this? Let's look at something. Isaiah 13:11, it says, I will punish the world. I will punish the world. I will punish the world. We're going to punish the world. That's what he's saying. I, who? Put it this way. Yahweh will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause this. He's going to cause something. What he's going to call the arrogancy. We are that arrogant. Are we so arrogant? Arrogancy of proud to cease. I will lay low the haughtiness of the trouble. You mean we are so arrogant? So he mean what? Because he defines scripture. However, we have to sit there and where he had taken books out of books to defend this until the death. This is why they remove books, because they don't want you to know what certain things mean. Because he's saying he's going to punish the world. And he's saying punish the world. He's talking about Israel. Israel, we're going to prove that. But he's going to prove, and this is why you think that you go read the book of Songs of Solomon. You think Solomon is showing you all his knowledge? No, they took it out. The book of the wisdom of Solomon, because they don't want you to see it, because he tells on them. So do you really think that Songs of Solomon really, they can't even tell you to understand? They don't even teach on it. How many teach on Songs of Solomon? You won't find none. They don't understand it, and they're going to tell you everything opposite of what it actually is. This is why. Two, you're not Moses. So that you're not going to understand this. So he said, if there be a prophet among us, he will speak to him in a dream or in a vision, period. This comes out of a parable, dark speeches, and in riddles. So the same he did with Peter, and Peter was defining the unclean animals. They would sit there and say, when them unclean things came down, he cleaned it, and he didn't. Peter said he had to think on what that vision meant. The only man that walked this earth, he spoke face to face, was who? Moses. And one like unto him, Yahushua. However, you have many people teaching here that the Most High spoke to them face to face as he did Moses. So the same here with the world he's going to punish. See, Gentiles is what they're saying. And he's talking about Gentiles right here. He said, I will punish the world for their evil, comma. I will punish the world for their evil, comma. See, he's not talking about Gentiles. He's not talking about strangers. They're not part of the world. See, this was hidden from you because they didn't want you to see this and they didn't want you to understand this. See, we've been punished against the Most High, and we're going to see who the world is. 2nd Esdras 14:11, it says, for the world is divided into 12 parts. The world is divided into 12 parts. The world is divided into 12 parts. And the 10 parts are gone already in half of a 10 part. Meaning what? See, the 12 parts again is Israel, divided into 12 parts, 12 tribes, 12 nations, however you want to look at it. And then he given 10 tribes over to Jeroboam, which all you got to do is just go creep right on over there to 1 Kings 11:31. You see what happened. That's the precept. And as he said, he will punish us for our evils because we have forsaken him. Who? Israel. Because only Israel was given the covenant, the laws of the Most High God of Israel. The same, he will be punished for breaking his covenant with him. We can twist this however you want to twist it. They can do it however they want to do it. This don't change. So if they don't like it, they need to tear it out the Bible. Because he makes this clear. Amos 3:2, you only. And it tells it at the top, even in verse 1, Israel. You only. Who? You, Israel. Look in the mirror. If you're Israel, look in the mirror. He's talking to you. If he's looking at you, he's telling you, you. Remove you, put your name there. If he's sitting there and then you say, same thing. Michael only have I known out of all the families of Michael, I know you out of all the families of the earth, all these other nations, I'm not dealing, but I'm dealing with you. Of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for your iniquity. I'm going to punish you, but when you go get on the wrong ship. What are you doing getting on that ship? See, only Israel have he knows out of all the family of the earth. See, just as Isaiah, just as Jeremiah, just as Amos, same as Esdras, the world is defined as Israel. That's why they remove so many books from the Bible, to hide the truth from you. So when you see the world, you will believe the Most High is speaking of the entire world and to all people, and he's not. That's the trick. How? John 3:16, for Yahweh so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believe in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Right there, he was just talking about Israel. He wasn't talking about the entire world. He was talking about Israel. He was talking about the 12 tribes that we just seen a minute ago. How do we know that? Look at here. 2nd Esdras 14:11. For the world is divided into 12 parts. So God so loved the world is divided into 12 parts. So God so loved the world is divided into 12 parts. So God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. For who? For Israel, who's sitting there, who's divided into 12 parts. Are you with me? See, we have people in many nations dislike these type of teachings. The reason why, because you can't break them. Why you can't break them? Because they are precepts. So what they do, they get these, what they want to call them church fathers, and they want to get these church scholars to where they try to theologize this stuff. Really? Yeah, we're going to get into that. We're going to get an understanding on that. Because what? Because this was he says he divided into 12 parts. But I want to tell you what? Let's make this a little bit more clear. Let's put 1 Kings 11:31. And he said to Jeroboam, take thee 10 pieces. Thus said Yahweh, the God of Israel, behold, I will rent the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon and will give 10 tribes to thee. This is all that was said in 2nd Esdras 14:11. Are you with me? See, this is the problem many people have today. See, and all I'm here to do is to wake you up. Make sure who you have a problem with, because many of us don't know we have a problem. We're walking around and got a problem and don't know we actually have a problem. So just as they say, they can sit there and tell you all day, you guys ain't the people, you guys ain't the people, you guys ain't the people. Why you worried about what they saying? You worry about what that book's saying. Because you got a problem. The problem not them, the problem with the Most High. See, and here's the other problem. See, because Yahweh Shai is going to tell you himself what he came to do. He tells you this clearly. He says, but he answered and said, I am not sent, but I'm not sent only. See, that's that but only unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. It don't say I sent to the world. I'm sent to the whole, all the people of the world. Do it say that? Let's look at this again. I am not sent. I am not sent. I didn't come to no one else. Same thing. But only. But just. But only unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Are you with me? See, this is their problem. This is taken out of many Bibles. This verse right here. And this is another one that's taken out, which you'll see in 1 second. But we got to understand, the world is divided into 12 parts. 12 parts of 12 nations of Israel. I don't care how you look at it, how you flip it, how you script it, how you dice it, how you slice it. It's going to keep coming out the same. It's divided into 12 parts. It feels good on one side, but it lets you know you have a problem. We are out of sync. We're out of covenant with the Most High. We got to get it right. Because he's hot. We got a lot of us on a lot of different ships. We on all these other ships, and he's telling you, plain as day, Matthew 18:11, the Son of Man is come to save which was lost. They theologize this, and theologize, most people don't think it's a word, but it is a word. Theologize. You want to know what it means? I put the meaning there. Lie it away using personal opinions other than truth of precepts. Theologize. Who do this? All the churches. Oh no, not all the churches. Go look in Psalms. All the synagogues of God are burned up. Satan replaced them. You go read your Bible, and you'll see when he went into this, he said he went into their synagogues. So they're going to theologize this away, hoping that you'll be dumb enough to fall for their truth. Are you with me? Let's look a little bit closer at this. Isaiah 1:3, an ox knoweth his owner, as his master crib, but Israel do not know, my people do not consider. We so dumbed down, because we are lost sheep, not knowing who we are today. The Bible clearly telling you who you are, and the Bible tell you otherwise. However, You have people who will sit there and see and heard Jewish people saying they were sold into the enemies. Show me a Jewish person sold to an enemy. Show me one. Show me one in the past. Show me one in the day. You can't find them. Why? Because it never happened. Again, show me a Jewish person that was on a ship on bondage. Show me one. You can't. Why? Because it's not true. Are you with me? See, this is the problem we have today. See, no man can redeem them. America redeemed them to dwell in Jerusalem right now, and no safety is there. See, but when we go there, we'll be under that protection, and we're not going to have that problem. So he said he's going to bring you back into your own land. But he's going to deceive Japhet. These are things that he do. This is how he works. Zephaniah 3:19. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her, and heal it, and gather her that was driven out. And I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. Just do what you're supposed to do. The Most High God gonna take care of the rest. So while you're in the land of the enemies, just do what you're supposed to do. The Most High gonna take care of the rest. He goes on more. And at that time, I will bring you again, even in that time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and praise among all people of the earth. When I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith Yahweh. He ain't playing. Do what he's supposed to do. He will bring you back in the land. But this is the problem. Most High God will bring. But everybody sit there saying, well, the Most High God did this. The Most High God did not bring some Jewish people into the land that belongs to our forefathers. That did not happen. But this is what people want to say what happened. And it didn't happen. Why? This is the problem. Ezekiel 36 and 23. It says, I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them, and the heathen shall know that I am Yahweh, saith Yahweh God, when I shall be sanctified in you. I shall be sanctified in you. I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. I will be sanctified in you. Dwell on that before their eyes. Same people will hang you from a tree. Same people hung another brother just a couple of weeks ago from a tree. Showing you they hate God. Most people like to use the word pagan. Oh, this is pagan. Pagan is a little watered down name. You can't find pagan nowhere in the King James Bible. Heathen you can find. Because that's what they are. They're heathen. Heathen. For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries. Because we're everywhere. See, they took them down out of Germany. We're everywhere. And will bring you to your own land. This is what he's going to do, not them. He's going to do this, not them. But he got one ship. One ship of truth. So he's going to take you from the heathen, gather us from all parts of the world, and bring us back into the land, and all the heathens should see how the Most High got his fame. All heathens they gonna see this. See, it goes on more. Isaiah 66:18, it says, for I know their works. I know their works in their thoughts. It shall come, I will gather all nations in tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. He ain't playing. But guess what? We're going to see a glimpse of this on what happened. Because what we need to understand is when we do what he say do, you see his glory. You see his glory. You see it up close and personal. And we're going to see a glimpse of this because we need to understand how his name, and when they want to see his glory, they're going to see his fame. They're going to see why he is called the Most High God and the Most High God of Israel. We getting ready to see this right now. Let's look at this, and we got to understand what is going on. Joshua 9:9, and they said unto him. Now, what this is talking about, this is telling you about some people that came to Joshua. Why? We had some Hittites, we had some Amorites, we had some Canaanites, some Perizzites, some Hivites, some Jebusites. All of them got together and they went to Joshua. And all you got to do is read 9:1 and read it on down because you're going to see it's actually very funny, but it's telling you a truth. And then what happened? They all went to Joshua because of the fame of the Most High God. So all of them knew what happened and what the Most High God did in Egypt is what happened. And we're going to get some more. And it says, and all that he did to the two kings of the Amorites that were beyond Jordan, to Sihon king of Heshbon, and to Og king of Bashan, which was in Ashtaroth. See, they knew all this. See, the two kings in Heshbon, all these kings. See, but no man or our God could stand up to this Most High God of Israel. We knew, we figured that out. We cannot stand up to him. So we set signs among us, and then what we did, we were going to escape the bondage and the false doctrine of the world amongst all other nations. So what we want to do, we want to get on y'all ship with the Most High God. We don't need to be on that other ship because the ship that we on the wrong ship. So we need to be on y'all ship. Because we seen what he did. So they sitting there saying, no, we not leaving until you make league with us. We are you guys' servants. I don't care what you do. We ain't leaving until you make it league with us and we going to be your servant. Period. Read it. Very interesting, but you're going to see exactly what it's saying. Because as I said, he's going to set a sign, as it says in Isaiah 66:19. And it says, I will set a sign among them, and I will send those that escape of them unto the nations, to Tarshish, to Pul, to Lud, that draw the bow. That draw the bow. That draw the bow. Wow. See, the bow is speaking of false doctrine, destroying truth, and the spear is false doctrine. Is basically false. It's basically falsities and evil destroying good. The bow. We're gonna be getting into that a lot later, deeper. See, this is why that draw the bow, meaning doctrines and false doctrine, is a false negative. See, to bring it even more, see, this is why he put a rainbow in the cloud. Something to chew on, something we'll be teaching on. Keep that in mind. So we're among those to declare the glory of the Most High. And once this gets started going down, he know what's going to happen. See, once he come down, he draw the bow on Tubal and Javan and the isles as far off, that they have not heard of my fame, neither have seen my glory, and they shall declare my glory among the Gentiles. See, once they start seeing this start going down, as the Most High start breaking people off one by one, and they shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto Yahweh out of all nations upon horses. They're going to get you there any kind of way they can. Put them in my Bentley. Put them on a train. Put them on a boat. Put them whatever you can put them on. But you need to get them to their God and tell their God, I'm sorry. in chariots and litters, upon mules and swift beasts, to my holy mountain Jerusalem, saith Yahweh, as the children of Israel should bring an offering in a clean vessel unto the house of Yahweh. They're going to try to get you there any kind of way they can. When they see the Most High start breaking people off, to dig a little bit deeper on that, He's going to start breaking them off individually. People going to start learning it's you that's on their ship. They don't want you on that ship. Are you with me? They're going to find out they got Jonah in the ship, and Jonah shouldn't be in that ship. And they shall bring you as an offering to the Most High. Dude, Most High, we didn't mean to have this one on our ship. They're going to bring you back any kind of way you can. But it goes on more. Genesis 9:27. See, but it says Yahweh shall enlarge Japhet. See, the Most High God will enlarge Japhet. See, but it got a Hebrew meaning to this. See, Hebrew meaning pathah, not rekab. See, rekal and rekab. See, rekal mean to enlarge, but pathah actually mean to deceive, or most people look at it as persuade. And what happens is this. In the English language, what happened when the translators translated this is what actually is going on. Pathah and rekab, they put the English language and it's saying the same, it has the same word, enlarge. That's all that happens. But if you read it in Hebrew, and you see it in the Paleo Hebrew, it'll tell you that he will deceive Japhet. Not rekab. But you'll see he says that later, and you'll see it in other places. That's all that it's saying. And this is how you even know, because it even explains it. It says, and he shall dwell in the tents. See, you see, he's not saying he's going to be them, but he's going to dwell in the tents. He's going to dwell in that land of Shem. Where's Japhet people? Japhet people is in Israel. They in Jerusalem. That's the tents of Shem. See, this is what they don't want you to understand. As they sit there and they do that, Japhet will be deceived. He under Pathah. Pathah. It's going to be Pathah. I don't care what book you go into, it's going to come out the same way. And that means to deceive. Yahweh shall deceive them. But most people sit there and say, he can't do this. The Most High is not like this. Are you serious? The Most High don't play games. So we want to see, will he deceive? Let's see, will he do this? Let's say someone saying the Most High is not capable of doing this. No, the Most High do not do things like this. He will not deceive you in this manner. We need to see. 1 Kings 22:20. Let's see if the Most High is like this. And Yahweh said, who would persuade Ahab that he may go and fall and get killed in Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this matter, and another said on that matter. Really? He's saying, who gonna persuade Ahab to be killed in Ramah? And Yahweh said, who going to deceive Ahab that he may fall in Ramah? The Most High God of Israel said, who shall persuade Ahab? Watch. And there came forth a spirit and stood before Yahweh and said, I will persuade him. Really? You gonna, okay? So the Most High is, okay, you gonna persuade him? Yeah, okay. Now, how you gonna do this? And the Most High said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth and I will be a lion. I will be a lion. I will be a lying spirit in all the mouth of his prophets. And he said, and Yahweh said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and handle your business. Oh, the Most High won't do that. He's not playing when you're messing with his people. Yeah, I'm just being silent just for the effect, so you can understand the Most High is not playing with you. You want to be on that boat? Be on it. You see what he's willing to do. You see what he will do. You see what he's going to do. Go forth and you're going to prevail. Who going to persuade Ahab to go in this location because he need to die? Verse 20. I'm just telling you in the 2018 version. That he may fall in Ramoth Gilead. I'm just giving you 2018 version. Who gonna go down there and is gonna persuade Ahab to get knocked off? Because he need to die in Ramah. Who said that? Most High. And the spirit came forth and stood. I will persuade him. Well, how you going to persuade? Man, okay, what you going to do? I'm going to go forth and I'm going to be in all the mouth of his prophets and I'm going to lie. And they all on those ships right now. Lying to you in those churches. Pastor's appreciation has been going by for the past couple of months. Wherewith? In the mouth of all his prophets. Lying to you. And what did the Most High say? Go ahead. You prevail. Why? Revelation 3:9, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, do lie. Why? He sent the spirit in them. He the one put the spirit in them. They say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. How you know? He just put it in the mouth of all their prophets. Believing in something they're not. Say they're children of Shem and they are the children of Japhet. They lie, believing there's something they are not. Saying they are Jews and are not. What's worse, many of us believe they're the Jews also. Why you think that statement in Isaiah 1:3, ox know of his own and ass his master's crib, but Israel do not know, my people do not consider. We're too stupid to understand what is even going on in this verse. We need to wake up, folks. We need to wake up. Understand who we are. And we got a problem with the Most High. We out of covenant. We need to get in covenant with the Most High. Because what we doing, and we think we doing nothing wrong, and this is pure wickedness, not knowing who we are today. Sin and sin and sin and more sin against the Most High is what we're doing. And we choosing not to do anything about it. We need to wake up. We're asleep on the wrong ship. Jeremiah 8:6, it says, I hearkened and heard, but they spake not right. No man repented him of his wickedness. What do we do? What have I done? Are you serious? Are you serious? We have done wicked. What have I done? Are you serious? Everyone turned to his own course as a horse rushes into battle. We're quick to blame someone else. We get on the ship, and then when the ship go the wrong way, we want to blame God. When God gave Adam a helpmeet and she went wrong, what did Adam say? It's the woman you gave me. You gave her to me. She has to obey her husband as he had to obey his. So why are you doing it around the other way? We quick to blame someone else. Yea, the stork in heaven knoweth her appointment times, and the turtle and the crane and the swallow observe the times they are coming, but my people know not the judgments of Yahweh. You mean to tell me a bird know her appointments, the time, and the turtle and the crane and the swallow observe their things coming? But Israel, you got reason. You are created in his image and you don't know? Nothing about the laws of the Most High God? If that isn't enough, not keeping his commandments, he clearly told us not to marry outside. And what did we do? What did we do? Ezra 10:1. And Ezra had prayed, and when he confessed, weeping and casting himself down before the house of Yahweh, there assembled unto him out of Israel a great congregation of men and women and children, for the people wept very sore. Why? And Shattaniah, the son of Jaleel, one of the sons of Elam, answered and said to Ezra, we have trespassed against our God and have taken strange wives of the people of the land. We have sinned against God and taken strange wives of the people. We have taken strange wives of the people. Yet now there is hope in Israel concerning this thing, because they recognizing what they did wrong. But many people are going to try to check God, saying, God can't do it. You just seen what God did. And many of you guys ain't going to be able to take this. See, many people don't want to look at this. Many people going to say, well, now this is where I get off this ship. It's time for me to go get on that. I got to go get on that other ship now, because this is how they're going deep. What he says. We had trespassed against our God and taken strange wives of the people of the land. I ain't saying it. This is the Most High saying this. If he said it is, it is. These are women not only live in the land, but another nation than Israel. We had taken strange wives to marry. Let's drop down to verse 18. And it says, among the sons of the priests. Oh, these are priests too? Really? For they have found that they have taken strange wives, namely the sons of Joshua. Really? The son of Joseph and his brother Manasseh, Eleazar, Jareb, and Gilead. These are priests. These are priests. The sons of the priests. Taking strange wives. More than 2,800 of them did this. And then what they did, Jareb sent men that were sent by Ezra to Adudu in Cassiphia in the place to request ministers at the house of God. Let's look at this. Let's go down to Ezra 8, verse 16. Let's look at some of this. And Eleazar for Ariel and Shemaiah for Elnathan and Jareb and Elnathan and Nathan and Zechariah for the Mizraim chief men of Jareb and for Elnathan men of understanding. What happened? Let's see what happened. These are men of understanding. And they sent and commanded unto Adudu, the chief of the place of Casanoth. What did they do? And told him that they should say unto Adudu and his brother and the Nephilim. Oh, Nephilim, these are the ones that they changed the letter wording, and they call them Nephilims, which you see in Genesis 6:4, which they have changed it and try to say these are fallen angels, which is another total lie, which got you to believe it. And that they should bring unto the ministers for the house of God. See, and the crazy part is I have a brother Adudu who actually be around me a lot of times, and he said this is actually why he's so close to me. Technically what he do, but he like to use that in joking because that's why he said I should be teaching publicly different things, but that's on a whole nother thing that he like to crack jokes about. However, and by the good hand of Yahweh they have brought us a man of understanding. Let me see if I can get that. No, it's still gonna stay dark. And so with this man of understanding, this man of understanding, the son of Milah, the son of Levi, the son of Israel, Shebiah, with his son and his brother, 18. So the man of understanding, which believe in many as I believe, there are many. And what we're going to understand right here, where these men, where they coming from, and what this actually means. Because we got to understand is one thing. See, the children of Pathah Moab, the children of Jeshua and Joab is 2,812. But what we're going to understand is one thing. See, Pathah Moab is a title. So they can sit there and tell you anything they want, but it's a title. It's a military title like the governor over Moab. Rather than a personal name, it derives from a Hebrew word is Peniah, which is just an English military governor. That's all it actually means. So you can also see this, you'll see it in Ezra 10:18 through 43, showing Israelites has taken strange women, and they married some, and even had children of them, and they wanted to put them away. This is mainly what this is talking about. Because we'll see this where it drops down in the 10:44, it says, all these have taken strange wives, and some of them had wives by whom they had children. They were talking about putting everything away. Really? Yeah, really. However, They didn't even learn from this and going back and doing the same thing, taking slave wives and making wives and having children by them by the Most High God of Israel, and you're not to marry outside the nation of the 12 tribes of Israel. He makes this clear. See, this is clear. We look at 10:1 again. It says, now Ezra prayed and confessed, weeping and casting himself before the house of God, and assembled himself out of Israel a great congregation, the men and women and children, for the people wept very sore. Why did they weep sore? For Shechaniah, the son of Jaleel, one of the sons of Elam, answered and said, Ezra, we have trespassed against our God and have taken strange wives of the people of the land, and yet there is hope in Israel concerning this thing. So they recognize what they did. They're taking these strange wives. So they're taking these strange wives, and they recognize, they know they can get this straight. This is why it's so hard for most people. That's why they want to say the Old Testament is done away with, and it's not. This is the problem. Why? It goes on more. In 3, and it says, now therefore let us make a covenant with our God and put away all the wives such that are born of them, according to the counsel of my Lord. See, as they consulted Ezra now, and those that tremble at the commandment of God, let it be done according to the law. Let it be done according to the law. Are we understanding this? Are we understanding this? See, this is the problem. See, this is the covenant that we need to make with the Most High. And we have taken strange wives, we have taken flesh, and was not the Most High's issue. It was our issue. Because we went after this flesh. We lusted after that flesh. And left the promise of the covenant. Here's a real good example, because we need these examples to understand what is going on, what we having a problem with. We have to understand where our problem is. And here's one of the problems right here. Genesis 21:10. It says, wherefore she said unto Abraham, this is Sarah speaking to Abraham, cast out this bondwoman and her son. For the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son, even with Isaac. Are you with me? Are you with me? See, we need to understand what is happening. We need to understand what is going on. We need to really get to understand what we need to be doing. Are you with me? See, she wanted the bondwoman and her son cast out. Why? See, I need some of this just to really just sink in on you, because we're gonna see why. It says, and the thing was very grievous in Abraham's sight because of his son. Are you with me on that? See, she wanted to get rid of this son. But watch this. Watch what happens. See, because she wasn't really looking at what was going on with Hagar. Let's look at this. And Yahweh said unto Abraham, let not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, because of the bondwoman, in all that Sarah hath said unto thee. Hearken unto her voice. For in Isaac shall the seed be called. Why is this going on? And I'm going to show you why this is happening. See, Abraham went to the Most High, and he said to the Most High, because it's not suffering of the lad, but if you notice, the Most High never called Ishmael Abraham's son. He said because of the lad. Or the son of the bondwoman. Never called him Abraham's son. Isaac shall the seed be called, because the seed should be called or of election, meaning this, the selection of a leader that represents a group of people which became Hebrew Jacob or Hebrew of Esau. Element of choice is involved since there were two candidates and one must be chosen. Really? Yeah. And seeing the main thing is this, Paul gives you the understanding of what this is, of what he's talking about. We're going to look at a part of that in Acts 13. And it said, Paul stood up and beckoned with his hand and said, men of Israel, and ye that fear Yahweh will give audience. So Paul called these men of Israel to understanding, and this is what went on. He said, the God of this people of Israel chose our fathers and exalted the people when they dwelt as strangers in the land of Egypt. So while we was in the land of bondage, land of flesh, this is what we did. And with a high arm brought them out of it. So the God of Israel chose and exalted to be people of a holy nation. And why did he do this? Because you are chosen. You're selected. Peter makes it clear. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye shall show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Are you with? See, we are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, called out of darkness to marvelous light. However, what do we do? See, this is the problem. What do we do? The same thing we do as a dog, comparing as a dog return to his vomit, so a fool return to his folly. This is what we're doing. We think we can jump on and off the boat. The Most High God takes us away from our sickness, remove the waste from out of our bodies, and we vomit it up. Our vomit get rid of all the sin. But what do? We go right back and get our vomit and lick it all up again and return to our own stupidness. This is why so many teach this wrong, and it's not funny. And this is another part we're going to go into, and it's not funny. And I'm talking about, it's so dead serious. We need to understand what's happening. Deuteronomy 16:16. It says, 3 times in a year, all thy males appear before Yahweh thy God in a place which he shall choose, in a place which he shall choose, in a place which he shall choose, in the feast of unleavened bread, 1, and in the feast of weeks, 2, and in the feast of tabernacles. Majority of people read this literal. You're not Moses. This is why I say that. You're not Moses. And they shall not appear before Yahweh empty. Do you know how many camps teach this verse wrong. This is why it's so serious. This is why you need to understand precepts. Understand what a word means. This verse is taught so wrong, and we're going to look at this again. A male have to appear before the Most High God in a place which he shall choose, where and when. In the Feast of Unleavened Bread, 2, Feast of Weeks, 3, the Feast of Tabernacles, which he shall choose. And you cannot go to Jerusalem. Oh, you can't. He shall choose. So where? The proof is in the pudding. But here's the clincher. You cannot appear before him empty. This is the key to where they teach it wrong. Empty as in what? Oh, thank you. That's a good question. As in what? Fruit better be on your vine, meaning on your tree, on your spirit, in your life, keeping the commandments of the Most High God, because he always appear and we always appear empty, doing just as Cain, bringing forth fruit that is carnal and is not spiritual. He bringing fruit of the ground that you can see in carnal mind and not bringing it in the spiritual state, which in the spiritual mind. This is what you should have been doing. So you're going to come and you're going to have these brothers and sisters going to learn something today, speaking not of a tree, but speaking of you, and you're going to let somebody else tell you something all over again that is stupid. And then you're going to bring some fruit of a vine or a tree. And you can't. Why? We wander among all the nations and we do as they do their gods. This is our problem. Because what they doing? They bring in physical fruit to the Most High God, and that's plain stupidity. Stupid. The God of Israel is spirit. Why you think you're going to bring him some dang fruit from a dang tree? The Bible says you must worship him in spirit and in truth. Truth means the commandments. What is that problem? We're going to sit there. We can't appear before him empty, and we're going to bring up a back. Well, let me go to the grocery store. I got to get some fruit. Are you serious? Let's go to Hosea 9:17. And it says, my God will cast them away because they did not hearken unto him. Because you didn't know what he said. And they shall be wonders among nations. Why? Because he cast out, because you didn't listen, you didn't hear the first time, because you listened to a false teacher and the learners of other nations, then they're going to bring this same crazy, stupid, ignorant, demonic doctrine to you, and then you thinking you're going to bring something to him, and he's 100% spirit, and you got to worship him in spirit and in truth, and he said better be fruit on your tree, and you better bring him fruit that is worthy for him to eat, and you going to go get a dang apple. Doing as other nations and calling, they're going to teach you about God and calling themselves wise and selling you nothing but, it's the same as you can sell ice to an Eskimo, and you can see how stupid that is. They sold you a false God, and on top of that, they make you pay for it, buying them big houses, buying cars, buying planes, you name it, you done it. Goes on more. Israel is an empty vine. Ain't no fruit on your dang tree. Why? He bringeth forth fruit unto himself. According to the multitude of his fruit, he have increased the altars according to the goodness of his land. They have made goodly images. Fruit should have been on your tree. Israel is an empty vine having no fruit nowhere, giving them the food of gods. Thinking they were fine with the Most High God, and it wasn't. Cain brought forth fruit of the ground. Is not the ground cursed? So why are you going to bring the Most High some fruit of the ground and it's cursed? You tell me. You tell me you're going to bring the Most High some fruit of the ground and he cursed the ground. You should be ashamed of yourself, as I was, bringing fruit of the ground, thinking we bringing him something holy. Oh, Israel, we have been fooled by a fool. That's what best way we can say it. Why it looks as this, Genesis 4:3, in the process of time, Cain brought a fruit of the ground and an offering unto Yahweh. Why did Cain do this stupid stuff? This was plain silliness. The ground is cursed. And we're going to bring fruit. Over time, okay, let me bring this. The ground is cursed. And we're going to offer what is cursed. What better be on your tree? Let's go to Galatians. Let's see what Paul said. But the fruit of the Spirit is love. You better have some of that on your tree. Joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith. See, if you love the Most High God, you will have fruit of love, of obedience, joy, of doing the will of the Most High God, peace, of righteousness, having great compassion, being gentleness unto all men and apt to teach them, understanding. This is what all this talking about. Goodness of him that will seek repentance for forgiveness, and having faith in the promise of the covenant. You better have some of that on your tree. If none of that is on your tree, you got a problem. Oh, it goes on more. Meekness, temperance, against there is such no law. Because once you within that covenant, what law you within the covenant? Meekness, you're gonna do to the delight of salvation, having a great patience, holding fast to the word of all truth of the Most High God. With all that sheep fruit is on your tree, the Most High God had the best fruit to choose from. Because when you worship the Father and you worship him in spirit and in truth, that's what's going on. This is what's happening. Because as I said, it tells you, John 24:23, but the hour cometh, and now is, right now, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. Period. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. But what we do, let me go down to Kroger. Let me go down to Rouse. Let me go get some fruit. The ground is cursed. He's not going to speak to you in a literal manner. As I keep saying, you're not Moses. You better have some fruit on your tree. See, you can take it from me or not. But you better have something on that, because if you don't have no fruit on your tree, I guarantee you're going to be a piece of wood. We're going to find out some more on that one. See, because God is spirit, and he must be worshipped in that manner. In the spirit, not in the flesh, not according to the truth, the commandments of the Most High God. So you must appear before him, and you better not be empty. See, God is spirit. And they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. You must. You're commanded to do it that way. No other way around it. So when he gets back there, 3 times a year, a male shall appear before the Most High God in the place he shall choose. In the feast of unleavened bread, the feast of weeks, in the feast of tabernacles, there shall appear before him. and shall not appear before him, before Yahweh empty. You better not be empty, bro. You better not be empty. Because if you do, you got a problem. If you done went down and bought some fruit and think you're going to bring that before him, you got a problem. They want to celebrate all these feasts of everything. You're going to see camps and all kind of places. They're going to have all kind of stuff. And they're getting this wrong. They're getting this wrong. Your tree better not be empty. Every man should give as he's able according to the blessings, according to the knowledge that Yahweh thy God which have given thee. According, so with that knowledge that he has given you, you better be having some fruit coming out that tree from that knowledge that he's get, that blessing, knowledge. You better understand what these books are saying. See, this is why so many people have issues. This is why so many people have problems. This is why it's very important to understand what is going on. So you better learn and get the knowledge of the Most High God. And you better not be appear before him empty. Judges and officers shall make thee in thy gates, which Yahweh thy God giveth thee throughout thy tribes, and they shall judge the people with just judgment. Excuse me. And the judges and officers will judge the people with just judgments. How? Let's look at how. They shall not rest judgment. They shall not wrestle with judgment. Thou shalt not respect person. We can care less how much money you have, how much money you don't have. That's not a respect of person. Neither take a gift. Oh, let me make you this. Oh, let me give you that. Oh, let me do this. Oh, let's do that. For the gift doeth blind the eyes of the wise, and pervert the words of the righteous. Are you with me? Oh, preacher need a new car. That gift blind the eyes of the wise. Oh, let me give him a piece of change. A gift blind the eyes of the wise and pervert the words of the righteous. See, they're going to do something to butter you up with a gift by their hands and to make you pervert their understanding and make it switch as according to what they need to be said. That which is altogether thou follow. For thou mayest live and inherit the land which Yahweh thy God giveth thee. See, he's trying to get you to really understand what is happening. Thou shalt not plant. Thou shalt not plant thee a grove of any trees near unto the altar of Yahweh thy God, which thou make thee, which thou shalt make thee. See, we need to understand what this is. Thou shalt not plant thee a grove of any trees. Don't think this is a clear parable. Understand, neither shall thou set thee up any image, which Yahweh thy God hateth. He hated. Don't set up images. How many churches can you go in and see images of false gods? And you will sit down in it. like it's nothing. He's telling you God hated it. And you'll sit there and tolerate it. They set up an image, and it has this white guy sitting up over the pulpit in the back. And every time you look up, you see it. And you'll sit right there and think nothing of it. You don't think he's getting upset behind that? This is the problem. But if that wasn't enough, we started eating whatever we want. See, this is the problem. Because we checking God. See, and Yahweh spoke unto Moses and unto Aaron, and saying unto them, what did he say? Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which thou shalt eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. That are on the earth. So anything sitting on earth, he's going to tell you, you can eat. Let's put it around another way. Everything on the earth, he's going to tell you what you can consume into that vessel. These are the beasts you can eat upon the earth, period. And the Most High going to go into detail and tell you what can be eaten. However, did we follow them? No. Including, he told us what we can even eat, even in the waters. He covered all bases. Drop down to 11:9. It says, these shall ye eat of all the waters in the waters, whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, in the rivers, them shall ye eat. So now you're going to even tell us what we can even eat in all the waters. He's covering all the bases. So whatever have fins and scales, meaning what? In all the rivers, seas, and lakes, has fins and scales, he's telling you what you can eat. Then he goes on even more and telling you all the fowls of the air, what you can and what you cannot eat. But the problem is, we have people, do a crab have fins and scales? Do it. Do a crab have fins and scales? No. But you'll eat it. But I got to have me some scrimp. That's what they like to say, scrimp or shrimp or however they want to put it. I got to have me some scrimp. You know, I got to break away. So if you eat them, you hate God. And you know it, you hate God. You know God hate it, and you eat it, you hate God. Oh, God know my heart. Yeah, he knows it's evil because you're eating it. Well, you know, I gotta have my pork chop. You know, I gotta work on that. Then you hate God. No, I don't hate God. I don't hate God. Yeah, you do. He told you don't eat it. If he's telling you, no, you saying that, no, the Bible says you don't eat it. So if you're eating it, you telling him you hate him. This is what he's talking about. He goes on more. He goes on, and these are which these are they which ye shall have in abomination among the fowls. See, abomination don't mean most hated. These are things most hated among the fowls, and shall not be eaten. They are in an abomination. They are an abomination. The eagle, the osprey, and the osprey and the ostrich. All these are hated to be eaten. But guess what we'll do? We'll sit there and no, the Lord can't. The Lord cleaned everything. The Lord changes not. And don't alter anything that he has already said. So, again, he's telling you what you can eat and what not to eat. And guess what? We'll still sit there and say, God can't be like that. He even said him under insects. You want to see it? Let's look at this. It says, And these may eat of all flying creeping things that go upon all fours with legs in their feet and leap upon the earth. And as it says, and it goes down into it, and these are them that you eat, the locust, after his kind, the bald locust, after his kind, the beetle, after his kind, the grasshopper, after his kind. John ate locusts. These was clean. So this is why he could say certain things. This is why you see in 45, for I am Yahweh, which bring you up out of the land of bondage, out of the land of Egypt, to be your God, to be your God. And ye should therefore be holy, for I am holy. But most people say no. See, because holy is perfect in goodness and all righteousness. Meaning what? This is the law of beasts and the fowls of every living creature that move upon the waters and every creature that creepeth upon the earth. He's letting you know everything that's clean and what is unclean, what he can accept and what he won't accept. Why? He tells you to make a difference between unclean and clean, and between beasts that may be eaten and beasts that may not be eaten. This is why he did this. This is why he did this. This is why he did this. But what do? We're going to start checking God. How? We're going to check God. We're going to check him because we feel we can check him. And we feel that God owes us something. We're notorious for doing this. We're notorious for doing it. We're going to check him. Let's look at this. Malachi 1 and 2. It says, and Yahweh is speaking, I have loved you, saith Yahweh. I loved you, Yahweh. Remove ye, put you. Yet you say, when has you loved us? Really? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Was not their twins? Saith Yahweh. And yet I love Jacob. I say I loved you, as he's saying, and you said, where have he loved you? Because you want to eat this crazy, nasty, ignorant stuff that he tell you that is unholy. And so you're going to say, you don't love me, God. You don't love me. I like eating ham, catfish, and I bless it, and you should just clean it. Being a fool amongst fools. So the Most High said the same thing. He keeps his arms open. He'll tell you the same thing. And if you return to him, he'll return to you. But the same thing, what we like to do is keep going away and we keep checking him. We're going to check God. Down Malachi 3:7, even from the days of our fathers, ye have gone away from my ordinances and have not kept them. As he says, return unto me and I will return unto you, saith Yahweh of hosts. But you say, when shall we return? Why? I like eating this stuff. I'm on a boat that accepts me the way I am. I'm a sodomite. I'm a homosexual, and I'm good about it. And you want me to come to you? You want me to accept your laws? Why should I return to you? Are you serious? We continue to do whatever we want to do. We are a rebellious nation. Israel, we are just rebellious. Why do I say this? Isaiah 65:2, I have spread my hands all day unto a rebellious people. All day. which walketh in the way not as good after their own thoughts. This is what we do. We are rebellious and we have not taken him up. And he goes on more. A people that provoke me to anger continuously to my face, that sacrifice in the garden and burn of incense upon altar of bricks. Are we serious? Just keeping the Most High angry all the time. And what do? Which remain among the graves and lodged in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh. I gotta have my pork. I gotta have it. In the broth of abominable things in their vessels. Eating swine flesh and everything else. And you have them that do just this, and they do what? They would say, stand by thyself. You stay on that boat, on that side, and come not near my boat, for I am holier than thou. These are smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all day. The Most High is hot. He's hot and he's tired of going through this silliness with Israel. We need to understand what is going on. So God accept them the way they are. That's what they want. So we don't understand wisdom of Solomon. We're going to look at this. In Wisdom of Solomon 14:27, it says, for the worshipers worshiping of idols, not to be named as the beginning to cause the end of all evil, which it is. So they're going to continue to worship idols and name it clearly in Scripture, and they are not they're what it is, but they worship anything, and that's all evil. Why? Either they are mad and they be merry, or prophesy lies, or live unjustly, or else lightly forswear themselves. They live according to what they believe should be right. Meaning what? For insomuch in their trust as in idols, which have no life, through they swear falsely, they look not to be heard. Oh, you see, this is what we do. Trusting in stuff that we have made. Put them in your bedrooms and all this stuff. Stuff that your friends have drawn and you made an image of nothing. The worst part, you believe in it. Howbeit, for this cause, they should be justly punished. He's going to punish you for this. Both because they thought not well of Yahweh, giving heed unto idols, and also unjustly swore in deceit, despising holiness. So what did he do? He's going to punish you, giving heed to stupidity and despising holiness. This is why the Most High God believed that these lying prophets, and that's why he put it in there. This is why he said this, and this is why you're going to believe it, because he wants you to fall. That's why he said, how are you going to fool these people to fall where they are? And that spirit said, I'm going to be a lying prophet I'm going to be a lying spirit in all his prophets. So on all those ships, he got lying prophets. And then for that cause, 2 Thessalonians 2, for this cause, Yahweh should send them strong delusion that they should believe the lie. Are you with me? See, he's going to send them strong delusions. How? He's going to send that spirit in the mouth of all Satan prophet and will bring you back into Egypt again with ships by the boatloads, which he's going to burn up the ships and you're going to be in it. This is why it was made of wood. They love these false preachers and teachers, and this is how they're going to be used and to send you back into the lake of fire. You remember Isaac and Abraham? Let's look at this conversation. Let's look at it a little bit and see what happened. See, because he tells and he's going to prove with this burnt offering, and it's going to be you. Just watch what happened. Just watch what happened. Genesis 22, verse 7. And we're going to break this down. It says, and Isaac spake unto Abraham his father and said, my father. And he said, here I am. Here am I, my son. And he said, behold, the fire and the wood. We got those, Dad. But where's the lamb for the burnt offering? Are you serious? Where is the lamb for the burnt offering? The Most High is a consuming fire. Did you get it? See, because all he got the fire and he got the wood. But where is the lamb? The same as Noah made a ship of wood. But I know y'all didn't hear that. Y'all didn't get that right now. So he goes on. So Abraham said, my son, Yahweh will provide himself a lamb for a burnt offering. So they went both of them together. You're the wood. And he gonna burn your butt up in that church. The Most High will provide this without any fruit, and you're wood. Thinking you have the Holy Spirit and don't have it. You're playing church, and you will be the one will be in the fire, and you will be the one cooking in that burning flame. All that's going down. Goes on more. 2 Chronicles 18:22. Therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lion spirit in the mouth of these thy prophets, and the Lord has spoken evil against thee. Really? Oh, yeah. This is what is happening. See, you love these preachers and teachers, but the Most High put a lion spirit in their mouths of these prophets because they speak evil against him. And you believe it. That he cleaned this and he cleaned that, and he didn't do this. So the Most High put a stumbling block. You want to stumble? He makes sure you stumble. This is what he does. Let's look at this a little bit closer. Jeremiah 6:21, and it says, therefore, thus says Yahweh, thus says Yahweh, thus says Yahweh, thus says the Most High God, thus says Yahweh, the Most High God of Israel, I will lay stumbling blocks before this people. Oh, he's going to do this. That's why he said he's going to send you strong delusions to believe the lie. He's not playing with you. Before this people, and the fathers and the sons together shall all fall upon them, and the neighbors and his friends shall perish. He's not playing with us. So if you don't remember anything else, you remember this. He will send you strong delusions so you will go into this unjust, and you will be done with and dealt with. Sirach 39:19. The works of all flesh are before him. The works of all flesh are before him. You living in the flesh, it's before him. And nothing can be hid from his eyes. Nothing. Well, I got to marry, I love her. Okay, it's before him. Nothing can be hidden. He knows it. We are naked before him, trying to hide, putting on clothes as if they were fig leaves. And we are naked to the Most High. Even as Isaiah, he walked naked barefoot for 3 years, and nobody understood why he was actually doing it. Because there's a spiritual side to that. Whatever he commanded it, and what pleases him is the way he rose. Sirach, at his commandment is done whatsoever pleases him. And none can hinder when he will save. Are you with me? So if you don't remember nothing else, you remember this. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they have a right to the tree of life and may enter through the gates of the city. If you're on the wrong boat, you better make sure you get on the right boat. Because that boat is not the boat that you want to be on. And that boat going to put you in a bad position. So you need to understand exactly what is happening, exactly what is going on, exactly what he's doing, because he is not playing with us. But most people will always say he is, and he's not. So I have actually only a few minutes, and I will be going over to the Moab, to where we're going to be doing an interesting thing over there. But I will answer a couple of questions, and I do know I do have my Deacon White. And Deacon White, I know he's over here, so I'm going to put Deacon White. And Deacon White at 10:40, let me know, and I should roll out. So please, I know he's going to hold me to it. He's very good at doing that, and actually he's about business when he's doing this. So I want Deacon White to let me know when it's 10:40, and I will end it at his statement. So that will happen. But we do have a couple of questions. And Deacon White, actually, that's had to close that out. But let me see. I appreciate it. And let me see. I'm trying to see. I'm not seeing anything here. So it might not have to be that long over here. Oh, hey, I appreciate it. Glad to be back. Interesting travels, but very, very, very good. So give me 10 definitions of skin, please. Okay, that's actually a nonsense question. And something I won't even, because that actually makes no sense. Yes, that's correct, Sister Rhonda. Teachings. Yeah. Or 1 or 10. I'm not. Is that 10 or 1 on in? I don't understand what you write in PC. I do not understand. Okay, thank you, Sister Molly. Who are the true biblical Israelites today? I don't know. True biblical Israelites, I'm gonna make this really plain to where you can go search it anywhere. True Israelites today. One, they're not your Latinos and all these people. Your true Israelites today are the blacks that you see scattered through the four corners of the earth. Plain, simple. Scripture supports it. You can go through it, theologize it as much as you want, but that's who they are. So you can take it how you want to, and but this is it's really nonsense what you're saying. Revelation generation. Okay, burnt is who? Israelites. Okay, both gonna get burnt. Go to Revelation 8:7. You'll see what's gonna happen. Because everything you got to remember. Same thing I keep telling people. People keep going through the Bible, and as I keep kind of been honing in on this, because it's getting even more and more outlandish. Everybody think they Moses. You're not Moses. Moses, he spoke to face to face. He didn't speak to in dark speeches or in riddles or in parables. He spoke to and gave him similitudes to make sure he had to understand it. Anybody else, you have a parable, dark speeches and riddles. Everything else is preceptional. So if you don't use precepts, you will not know what he's saying. But most people will read the Bible and say, oh, this is what this said, and that's not what it said, because if you cannot precept it, then you're not going to know what he said. Technically, is how the entire Bible works. So this is one of the biggest problems. And I'm confused in the files. And to eat only animals, or fowls that eat vegetarian. Okay, so again, yeah, that'll go into a whole nother side of a teaching, but it tells you right there in the Bible what you can and can't eat. So now you're trying to legalize it to where you want to justify eating things that you know you shouldn't be eating. And if you don't know what not to eat and what files are there, then only eat what you see right there in the Bible right now. That's a simple way of doing it. And what is the true name of the Lord and the Son? Tell you what. See, these are kind of really silly questions. Same thing. You tell me. See, because that's how we run that. So you saying what is the true name of the Lord and the Son? You tell me, because I can actually show you in the Bible what his true name is and what his Son's true name is in the Bible, in the New and in the Old Testament. So you tell me. And this is to Michael Richards. This is what I'm talking to. Because this is what people do. They're trying to pick pieces and then try to challenge. So I take the challenge, but you want to tell you what? You tell me who it is. And if being said, if we are from the seed of our fathers, your great was raped by a white man, how can we tell in this generation who we really are? All you do is go in and you look at the Deuteronomy 28, look at the curses, and if you start saying you fit those curses in there, it's letting you know he's dealing with you. The easiest way to figure it out. Most people try to say, go get all this DNA. Go in there and see do you fit those curses. And you'll find out if he's dealing with you. Okay, so Michael Richards' true name is Yahweh and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. Okay, but you see how stupid you asking a question, which I use both names. But you see how stupid this is? This is why I don't really play with people like this, because literally you go into stupid stuff to where you're asking me what is this true name. Now I can ask you to prove this, and I can almost guarantee you probably can't even prove it, which I can. This is why I say I don't get into little stupid little conversation like that, because that's literally a stupid question. That's all I was saying. So yes, you can drink fermented wine. And yeah, we're gonna be doing more about the days. I'm gonna be doing more about the feast and all that. I'm gonna be doing a lot of that stuff in the back. And the reason why I do it in the back first, and then later on, I bring stuff out for personal reasons. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah. About the baptism, well, we're gonna be bringing something probably later, but we got something going on in the back, and once they get some stuff nailed down, if not, we'll let you know another way, but they got some stuff that we're doing back there, and once we get that situated, and if that happens, then we will do something else to where we'll let other people know what is actually going on, to where we can actually take care of that. And it says, these are the definitions, I don't know what you're saying again. Yeah, you're talking kind of in pieces, Pat, so I'm not really understanding what you're saying. Yeah, see, I don't know. Okay, again, Michael Richards, I'm clear about what I talk about. I'm clear the names I use. Right there, I'm not going to even address you no more. Because literally, you're talking a bunch of nonsense to me. You're telling me here, if you're a man of God, I need to know the name you come in. That was the reason for my question. Okay, again, my name I come in is clear. I don't need to be checked by you to know the name I come in, because I say the name I come in all the time and everybody knows it. So you're actually asking me a stupid question. So I'm not going to even I'm not going to actually even answer no more of your question, because literally it's kind of stupid what you're asking me. And my roommate of 2 months is pork. My roommate of 2 months is pork. She was baptized, not keeping the Sabbath, not keeping trying, but she makes fun of me. Yeah, and Jesseline, don't worry about it. See, the main thing is she can eat whatever she want to eat, but she can say whatever she want to say. You got to remember, if you're the temple of the Most High and you defiling it, He's not there. That's period. He's not there. So she can say she has whatever. She can claim whatever, but it's not true. So that stuff you don't worry about. What you do, you worry about you. Once you give her the truth and she don't want to hold it, you hold to what you know. Yeah, a lot of that, same I was saying, a lot of the feast days and stuff, I'm going to be doing in the bag. And then later we'll be doing that stuff later. Okay, thank you, Deke. Appreciate the know. Pat C studied too many books. But yeah, probably answered a lot of questions. Yeah, appreciate it, Sister Anna Lee. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, don't call you a lie. You want to tell you what? I know if we prove everything according to precepts, you literally talking nonsense. So, yeah, I'm new to this channel. You can go through, look at a lot of my 2 previous teachings. Yeah, and I say what I say. I know what I know. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see it now. I see what they're talking about with Pat C. But same thing. See, okay, the language, all language is Bible. The word is in the heart. Okay. Again, yeah, you reading too much or something, because I'm not gonna even deal with that. Yeah. Yeah, how do I manage this beard? Is in Leviticus. I would like to wear. It's similar to yours, and I confess. Okay, technically, what I do, because I'm in the professional arena. What I do is this: I have some clippers, but I have a guard on it. So what I do, I keep it just neat as I can, pretty much. But I don't round nothing off. Technically, all I do. And for some reason, so most people, because I get that asked sometimes, most people think I black this, but I don't. For some reason, this stays black. I got 1 or 2 gray hairs in it and everything. Why it's like, I don't know, but it does it. But it's not dyed. I don't dye anything on me, so. Why I do it? I don't know. As I said, the names we use, Yahweh, Yahweh Shine, go look at all our videos. All our videos gonna say the same thing. So, same thing. Yeah, same thing. I'm not gonna even pretty much deal with it. And I don't deal with Thesaurus. The book says the word was God. Okay, again, Pat C. Thesaurus, really interesting. Pretty much you guys will see, and anybody who knows this channel, I never use thesaurus or dictionaries. I don't run that way. I don't run that direction. The King James Bible is a dictionary and a commentary all rolled into one. So, yeah, she's pretty foolish. And let me get ready. I gotta go over to the other side. So let me cut out because we got some stuff we got to take care of inside the Moab. So I will be going over there, and I will be over there. So we do appreciate everybody that yeah, Sister Brittany. That's okay. Okay. So what I must do, I wish that each and every person had got something out of this lesson. We're going to get a little bit more deeper as we're going to start going through to which some of our studies, which make sure that you understand the precepts as we're going through them and go back and research those precepts. Make sure that you understand and follow them. So with that, I bid each and every person a shalom.